Hello everyone. So a lot of people are very concerned and are wondering why the Russian Navy are doing naval drills in basically outside the Irish territorial waters, which is basically international waters. In other words, what you're allowed to do under the International Waters Code, that you're allowed to train in international waters. Navies are allowed to do exercises in international waters. They can't do it within Irish territorial waters or British territorial. They have to do it in international waters or even their own waters. But the question is, why is the Russian Navy coming from Russia, in other words, to do exercises off the Cork coast, just outside Ireland's international waters? And it's pretty simple. It's kind of to intimidate people. It's to intimidate. Obviously, the Russian Navy is a lot bigger than the Irish Navy. It's far, far, extremely bigger. And at the same time, I think they're trying to intimidate the United Kingdom. Obviously, because it is scary for the United Kingdom having a fleet just walk up. Really just the next door neighbour to your next door neighbour, just a fleet walking up for naval exercises. And obviously, the Royal Navy is a bigger navy than the Irish Navy, and but the Royal Navy wouldn't be as big as it used to be. But it is obviously fearful for the Royal Navy too, and everything like that, because it is a big fleet. The Russian fleet is a big enough fleet. It's not, it's not a small fleet like the Irish fleet. The Irish fleet can't even put itself on the water because they haven't got the people on the ships to man the ships. And again, this is the state of the navy in Ireland. Um, and there's nobody to blame but the government. The government are given very hard talk, but they have no muscle to back it up, in other words. But which we wouldn't really do anything, because again, it's not much of a threat to Ireland because it's not international, it's not in our waters, in other words. But it's still a danger having a foreign fleet off the coast of our shores. It's still, still very frightening, I'm sure. And obviously, it's very intimidating for a neutral country to have a huge fleet standing outside. It's just outside its territorial waters. But again, we all know it has happened before. Russian aircraft that went over Ireland, and obviously the responsibility lies with the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy to protect Ireland. But yeah, I don't see the Russians doing much, unless they're trying to provoke the United States a bit more. Or why did they do it? Because of Shannon, the Irish army, the state lets Shannon as a U.S. airbase to allow it to fly to other countries, basically refueling station for United States servicemen. Um, but again, maybe because they're trying to provoke the United States a lot more, because Ireland would be a lot more closer to the United States than Ukraine. Let's put it that way. So maybe they're just trying to provoke, and probably provoke the European Union too, because obviously Ireland's a European Union country. But yeah, I would say that it's obviously disgraceful that the Russians would do it off the Irish coast, um, especially because they could do it anywhere else. To be totally honest, they could do it in the Mid Atlantic, where there's literally no countries to be seen anywhere. But yeah, but I think Ireland should, you know, stay. I think the Irish naval ship shouldn't really follow them or anything around or anything like that, or stalk them or anything like that. But yeah, it just kind of goes to show that we do have to invest in defence. I don't think I've ever seen something like that happen in the country, that a foreign fleet would turn up just off the coast of the Irish territorial waters and do naval exercises. But yeah, it just goes to show, and again, the Irish Army and Navy and the Air Corps, there's nothing to combat it. Let's put it out. There's nothing. If there was a fight, like if there was, again, Ireland obviously to stay, to try and perfect it is obviously human possible, as much as humanly possible, not to get involved in the fight. But yeah, it's just kind of the defence and I suppose the deterrent, because again, I'm sure the Russians know more than anybody that the Navy in this country and the Air Force, we haven't got any kind of fighting capability in the air or at sea. And obviously the Air Force, naval warfare, it depends on Air Force too. Um, that's what obsolete the battleships years ago. Naval power, air power. That's what wins the naval battles. Air power. Um, Whoever controls the skies controls the waves. In other words, now that's the way it works now. Um, but yeah, but it is very concerning. Obviously, I'm sure we will all agree. And obviously, it should be a lot more than words, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, there's very little else Ireland can do in saying anything else. But yeah, as I say, neutrality. Neutrality is the only option. Neutrality, just I suppose, just accept it and just say nothing about it, and wait until something's done. I suppose we just have to wait. If they do fire upon an Irish ship or something like that, then that's a different story. But yeah, neutrality has always served Ireland very well, and I think in any conflict that comes up between Russia and Ukraine or anything in the West, Neutrality has always been Ireland's policy, so I think we should stay that course, and keep it going. Neutrality, because Ireland it's not Ireland's war. In other words, it's not Ireland's war, and it's not up to any. We're sending our sons and daughters to die over in Europe. It's not benefit to anybody in this country, or anybody in the state. So yeah, take care everybody and be safe and bye.